Nice! Hello, hello! I am Panickedstardust and we are drawing. And I plan on working for about an hour on this bad boy. I might actually color this sketch, to be honest. This is he's like Demon Boy, OC, if we all have them. And this would be like a more of like a magical state that they would have. But I think I kind of really want to finalize this sketch that's in my sketchbook, to be honest. I really like it. So let's work on that. I think that'd be an okay way to go about this. Hopefully. Okay, here we go. And we can get rid of that. We don't need that. I thought about doing some animating today maybe with this character, but I don't even have like a color palette or anything for him, so it doesn't quite make any sense to go that way. And I already have some animating projects I'm working on and I don't want to get too burnt out. So let's make this really big. You can always shrink it down later, right? Like that maybe? Maybe? There's the boy. Okay. Let's be organized about this, right? I feel like this is a thing to be orderly with, you know? Okay, so let's make a folder. We like folders. Hello. And then we'll put that in there. And then I'm gonna make this really pale so we can draw over top, right? Because like some of these zipper lines I'm gonna change. Obviously I like drew this in my sketchbook just like casually. While I was supposed to be doing other things. like learning. Oh, disconnected my tablet. Oopsies. Happens. Can't have nice things, Star. Alright, alright. There we go, there we go. Let's see, let's get... Oh. Uh-oh. Let's not draw in the wrong layer. Oh, goodness. Who let me? Who let me? 70? That's... 7? I didn't realize how big this drawing was. Oh, yeah. I think that's pretty much the line weight. I tend to have my like digital work a lot heavier. So let's see. And if we draw in black, I can always color it later. And I don't know. I've been experimenting with like the colored lines. I think it can really work if you have the style. I don't know if I have that style. So let's start with the face, right? Oh, I love his ears. Oh, and I drew two different ears. Oh, it's fine. I never know whether I want to when I make these digital. I never know if like I want like if I want like the unsymmetric ears, like let's say I do this and then I do this. Like I can't tell if that's like it's just cute to have things different, like it looks more like hand drawn, or if it's just obnoxious. I think that's probably up to like your preference in art. I imagine like it changes whether you're an artist or not. Like I feel like maybe non-artists would be like, or like maybe content consumers would be like, it's different, we don't like, you know? But like it doesn't bother me at all. Oh, I like how I did there. So I've been looking at a lot of like ABD illustrates. He's very good at what he does. Highly recommend. Just if you like art, which I assume anyone stopping by would. If not, what you doing here? But I love how they do ears. It's just very awesome. And it's very realistic because I know some people will do like the X or whatever, and then some people like I myself used to do that. or whatever. But I just there's something about like having the outer shell of the ear. I guess that's just really satisfying. And it looks a little bit more realistic, I think. Oh! I hate jaw lines. Oh, I hate it. It's fine. Um, I don't know if I'm steady enough. Oh, we might call that good enough for now. Sometimes I'll go back and change my lines. Um, this might be a thing where I just chat and then work on the jawline. I think this is another instance where I have drawn two different jawlines. It's fine. This sketch was done casually in like an English lecture, and it was done like solely for like entertainment purposes. Someone asked me what my OCs looked like, and I was like, there's one I never draw. Let me draw him, you know? And then we got this boy. And so I like design my OCs in like a literary way. Like I like to think of them, how they would fit into a story. Because I almost never draw like comics. I need to draw more comics because I love comics. It's just, I struggle with like staying focused on them because I hyperfixate on so many different things. It's just really difficult sometimes to just like stay focused enough on one project, which you guys probably know because I've bounced on and off of Twitch. That is me just forgetting that I stream. I was like, oh yeah, this is something I do. Maybe I should do it. Okay, let's see, let's see. You know, I'm not mad at that. That can stay. That can stay. So we have very. So what we have to keep in mind for Tadek is he's very angular. That's my goal for him. So like his husband Glimpse is a lot more circular in a way. He's a lot more he's got like these more bigger rounded out shapes, kind of, I guess maybe like rounded out square. Oh, that was a horrible round. That's just a normal square. Look at me trying to pretend I know how to draw shapes. But I want Tadek to be more triangular and more angular. He is more of like our like anti-hero in the sense like he totally was a villain in another life, let's be real, but like because of his husband he's I imagine he's like, ah, okay, I really like this boy, so I'll just kind of do or like be on whatever side he is on. And Glimpse is good guy TM, like very much so. Which is so it's really cute for Tadek. Uh, so Tadek kind of ends up on the good side, which is awesome. I don't like any of these. Okay, let's try maybe tapering. The problem I have with my more masculine characters is sometimes they end up looking like they're wearing mascara. I would say through no fault of mine, but I am the one drawing. um, and it's just a struggle. I don't draw men a lot. Well, actually, I go through phases. Like, I either specifically draw masculine characters, or I've never drawn a man in my life. There is no in between. I imagine a lot of people can relate to that. I saw a thing online where it was like, "Oh yeah, you're an artist, then don't draw a pretty girl, draw a man." And it was like this like shaky like outline of like a masculine figure. and and the person was like sweating. And they were like, "Oh no." You know? And I think that's funny because again, like I would say, like I submitted like a portfolio to work on something, and it did consist of like mostly pretty girls. I think, to be honest, I was like, I can draw women, but then I submitted like this. Actually, I submitted this sketch in there, and I was like, I can draw men too. I promise. Um, think I like this eye more. It's more tired, I think. It's less sinister. So we are going to do what every traditional artist wishes they could do. I hate doing this. I feel like I'm cheating sometimes. But to be fair, usually it's the side that I draw better. So I don't know what's up with that. And we can do this is my favorite thing ever. I'm an advocate for learning how to draw both eyes on your own. But I'm also an advocate for do what you're comfortable with and don't waste time. Like if you like know you need to practice something, practice it, you know? Like don't hinder yourself. But at the same time, like I imagine you can get pretty far without being able to draw perfectly symmetrical things, you know? Like the thing you have to think about though when you flip is that now these are backwards. So like if you know my art style, I almost always leave the open end this way because I don't draw circles that way. I draw circles this way. This is how I draw circles. So I like to leave irises open and not full. And so that is a clear tell. I feel like if you see anyone's art, let's not erase all of it though. So what we do is we go in and we close it. Sometimes people will close both. I think that's a good way to hide it. And then we'll just open it up. And then we will taper it somehow. Yeah. And then ta-da! Goofy man! We might change the proportions. I don't know. We'll see how we'll see how this goes. I don't know if it'll look goofy in the digital world because sometimes with sketches you're like, "Oh yeah, this looks nice." And then you go and you draw the final lines and you're like, "What have I done?" And I think it's to do with like the texture with your pencil texture and stuff. It just hides everything. That's a good I like that. That's not bad. That's a good eyebrow. He kind of looks a little worried, though. Maybe he is worried. He's stressed out. I don't know what part of the story this would be. Because I imagine, like, early in his story, he would be the villain. And then, obviously, meet Glimpse. And they would have a rocky relationship. And then they become, like, romantic and, like, best friends. And then they end up dating. They end up getting married. They end up adopting kids. Having a successful life. But he looks kind of young in this one, so I don't know. I know some people will like plan out their characters' deaths and stuff. I can't. I get too sad. I can't have that. I had my friend, Flickadoodle, or if you call them Magic Wishbone back in the day, because we found out like Flickadoodle or something's like taken by someone who's kind of popular, but we did not know that. So, I don't know if that name is under workshop or not. We'll find out. It's okay. It happens. Ah! Oh, control. Okay, so if you accidentally hit control A, you can do control D. Life hack. Life hack. Oh, if you're like me and can't remember how to do things. Okay. Yeah. So I feel like we're gonna... maybe not. Hey, we got an ear, boys. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. He kind of looks like a bat boy. Tadek's spirit animal could be a bat. We should note that. Remind that. Store that away for later. That is not a bad idea. Bat boy Tadek. 2021. Let's go. Ooh. Let's rotate that. Make that a little easier for my brain. People who don't rotate their art when they're drawing scare me. What processor is your brain running on? Because I'd like to download it. Like legitimately, could not be me. I have to, like, for some reason, like, my wrist movements or whatever just aren't that, you know? I have to have that the ability to move things around. And I don't know if that's because I started off as a traditional artist and goodness, I pinwheel my paper. I once tried to do a time lapse when I was younger, and it was just me spinning a paper around for an hour. I think if I was to do one now, I have done one now. It's on my no, it's not on my YouTube channel. I think it was for a school project. I uh I taped it down because I was aware of my pinwheel tendencies. His baby horns. I don't know. Some people do like this like little nose texture. I like it. I just don't know what to do with it. Maybe. Okay, so my art style's changed. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Clip Studio Pros. It's fine. It's fine. We just gotta wait a second. Um, hopefully. Come on, computer, you got this. We'll see. But anyway, while we're waiting for it to come back from the dead, on Steam? On stream it looks fine, so I don't know what's going on with that. Let me click off maybe. Oh, I hope it didn't freeze. Come on, buddy. Come on. Oh, I'm sad. Don't die. Maybe if I save, Control S. Nada. Alright. So we'll just wait. We'll just talk for a second. That's alright. Well, this is an art stream, so I'm a little worried. So, oh, there we go. Never mind, I'm a liar. Yeah, my art style has changed. I try to draw men with thicker necks, and it looks like maybe I no, that's my outline. I took a gel pen and just went shh, as you can tell. And oh, that's a thin neck. That's one thin neck. He ain't that skinny. No one's that skinny. So, like realistically, your neck would be out here. But I'm not I'm not I'm not a realism artist, you know? Like I do I like to say I'm like kind of like surrealism almost. And even then I think I'm more cartoon than anything, if we're to be completely honest. And so it's one of those days. Sometimes it's really hard to draw necks. But like my proportions are getting smaller and smaller, and that is through art class. I've decided don't I'm not a huge fan of like the overly huge proportion. Like I think it's fine. Like I love it. Like if that's your style, go for it, you know? But like for my style personally, I'm trying to like do this like mix of like people will say like Western and Eastern art. Like I'm I'm not quite like the American graphic novel, but like you can definitely tell like I've watched anime or like read manga because my original style was like a shoujo kind of style. And then over time I was like I kind of want to shrink down the proportions more to something that's a little more realistic, which gives it, I guess, I don't know. I like it. I don't know what it gives it. It gives it just a different vibe. I don't like that still. I have to fight my brain a little because I'm seeing this curve and I'm like, yes, curvy. It's like when you know where you're going, but the GPS says something different, and your brain's like, oh yes, this way. Okay. So we gotta really, gotta really fight that. Okay, we got this. We got this. Or maybe we'll just admit that for now. Okay. That's not bad. It's not great. I swear I've listened to this song already on Pretzel Rocks. I wonder how big their alternative uh, category is. I think we usually listen to punk on this channel. But I use Pretzel Rocks because I like music in the background. I don't think I talk enough to fill in all the gaps because sometimes I do have to concentrate a little bit. Let's... Oh, we could... Oh, I hate to say it. Maybe let's take the neck in a little bit more. Digital media allows me to be a perfectionist. I don't know if that's a bad thing. It lets me hyperfixate on smaller details. That's the one bad thing about vector layers. I think I'm drawing on a vector layer right now. Is they're great because it's mathematically stored, right? So if I change the size of my drawing, it's not gonna harm it at all. But it does mean like these weird endings and stuff sometimes don't translate the best. So later, I might change it to the other type of file. What is it called? A raster. A raster? A raster layer. If we go to raster. Oh goodness. I wonder if that sounds okay in my accent. I'd like erase that bump, I guess. Or maybe not. I don't know. How do we like it? He kind of looks like a bat. Anyway, we'll continue. It's fine. If I hate it, we can always go back. It's the beauty of life. And I 100% believe that with traditional drawings too. It's like there is some sort of point of no return, but like at the same time, like I feel like some people need to learn that it's okay to erase and try a couple of different times, and then I feel like other people need to learn it's okay to move on because that might just be how good you are at the moment, you know? Like there's no sense pushing past a point that you don't have, right? But I guess like to some extent that's how you improve. I think it's knowing when you need to apply certain techniques or not, you know? Which just I think applies to anything. Like follow your dreams, but don't let your dreams ruin perfectly good things. Like there's steps and bounds, you know. I'm a dreamer for sure. I really want to do art a lot more than I do, and I'd love to have an artistic career. Maybe not necessarily as an illustrator like I do over here on Twitch and YouTube, but more of like maybe animating or game assets and stuff and colors, or we'll see where I go, right? But I'd be silly like if that doesn't work out. I'm really smart and I'm really good at math. Like I'm not gonna let I'm obviously not gonna let my dreams die and pursue math. But like I'm gonna give it my shot, and I'm not gonna beat it to death if it doesn't work out. I can still always draw and play video games and hang out online outside of a job schedule and let my big brain do its work, you know. Goodness, I hate drawing hair. Moving on. I don't it's not short-term memory, I promise. I just get distracted very easily. Okay, so the zipper is a little daunting. I like this zipper more, so maybe let's start on this side. And if it turns out well, we can do the good old copy paste. And like I know there's like a pen that does it. Does like the zigzag square zigzag. Let me find it. It's like somewhere over here. Yeah, it's this one. But like I don't know. There's just something about like hand drawn textures that I kind of like. I like it's okay if it's not perfect. I think it makes it feel more hand drawn, especially with like digital art. I want it to feel more hand drawn. I don't want my art to feel really like sanitized, I guess. For lack of better words. Like I don't want to lose because there's something about just the emotion and the texture that I use. And it just my art tends to feel flat when I draw digitally. And I think sometimes doing the hand drawn textures is really good. That being said, if I was doing a comic, yeah, we would be drawing Tadek with that. That would be 100% the way to go. Um, there's been better lines. There's been worse lines. I think what I'm missing is like the sharper collar edge. Yeah. So his jacket kind of. No, it does not sweep. I thought it was gonna. It's not light. Oh, I guess it is. Like I imagine this to be like a leather. It's like a heavier fabric, so it's gonna be like the leather, but then it's got like the fabric lining or whatever. Those jackets are a lot of fun. And I don't draw well going straight down, so we're gonna pop that at an angle. And that might be what we call good enough. uh, and it's got a little wave to it. I think that might be great. I think it gives the jacket a little bit more shape too. Totally intentional. This is what I mean by uneven lines and hand drawing. Like it doesn't need to be perfect. I could have grabbed like a straight line tool and just but like I think I think it's charming. I don't know. Yeah, at least for my style. I could be completely wrong, but that's just how I feel. So this zipper part is gonna be. I don't know. I was like very inspired by like the 90s manga I used to read, and I remember like a lot of characters having these like big chunky zippers in their drawings, and it was very much so like a style choice to have like these funky zippers, I think. And I was just feeling very inspired by that. And then obviously just like basic character design. You see like I threw some shapes to like break up the more solid clothing choices. I think we could also give him a bit of personality with colors as well. He doesn't have any piercings as of right now. I feel like I totally could have drawn piercings on, but I just haven't. I wouldn't be opposed to giving him ear piercings. I just give literally all my characters ear piercings, except for my OC, the one that represents me and that you see as my profile picture. That's me. Hello, I am Star. And sorry, focusing. That one I do have ear piercings. I just don't draw them. For some reason, how I represent myself online, I just never draw like the part of my ear that you can like see. It's strange to say the very least. But I definitely could like draw me with my ear piercings. I just never do. Go figure. I would love to hear if like anyone watching does that as well in their art form. Even in writing, we always represent ourselves differently. Like don't lie to yourself. You have a self-insert character. We all do. And it's very interesting to see how they like relate. And like you could get all psychological and be like, Star doesn't like her piercings. I do. I do like my piercings. I just never draw them. Like, I love to draw myself with red hair. Because I had red hair. RIP red hair. I had to get rid of it. For an event. How should we end the zipper? But, like, I don't think I'll ever stop drawing myself with red hair. My profile picture right now has the orange hair, but that's because my Minecraft skin has always had orange hair. Like, literally since 2011, I've had orange hair on my Minecraft skin. That's not bad! I think we should maybe do one more, and then you know how they usually have, like, that fabric tag at the end? Kind of do like that. So we'll do one more. Kind of like that. Let's see, let's see. Although, to be fair, this wouldn't be the end of their jacket. So let's just continue. I think that actually looked weird when I stopped. Where I stopped. It looks like they're wearing like a cropped jacket, which could be really, really cute. But Tadek, we're going for that more masculine vibe. Unfortunately. I love like the more like feminine styled masculine characters. I think that's really cute. I think I would dress that way. I would dress probably more feminine as well if I had a masculine body frame. It's just one of my favorite aesthetics. I draw it a lot. Well, I draw a lot of female characters. I obviously like feminine aesthetics to some point. So I think maybe that's why I skipped out on the piercings. Maybe. But piercings are inherently feminine. I hate that people think that. I also believe makeup isn't really inherently feminine. I just only draw one eye shape, and I'm trying to avoid drawing constant cat eye eyeliner eyes. Variety, kids. My bad, let me drink some water real quick. Yo! I've been streaming for half an hour. Let's go. That's awesome, that's awesome. Let's get back on that zipper grind. Or we could try the good old copy paste and see how that looks. Uh-oh. Emergency save time. That's alright, that's alright. Goodness. I'm looking over at my stream overlay, and there's like these huge gaps on the side. Like if anyone wants to talk in chat or follow, a notification would pop up there. I promise it's not awkward looking. It just doesn't fit. It's just fine. It's fine. I feel like Zombie Cleo says that a lot. We should totally have a day where we just draw hermits. Like a drawing hermit stream would be a lot of fun. I don't have a community here, really. I don't have a lot of communities. I literally have, like, 2 friends who watch my streams, and then, like, a soul. Lost souls wander by, right? Which is awesome. I love you guys. And so I think I can really, honestly, I'm never scared to, like, do something outside of, like, the normal, or, like, I don't really have to check in with an audience, because it's just me. I'm just out here vibing. So, okay. And we would obviously move it up, because zippers wouldn't align perfectly. Okay. And I feel like we would end it here. So we wouldn't have that. No, sir. No zipper for you. And then we'd be getting rid of some of that. Yeah, that'd be the top. Is that too? That might be still too aligned, actually. Let's bring it back now, y'all. How do zippers work? How do zippers work? It'd be like that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And now we can delete the extra zipper. I think that looks unaligned now. You know, I can never tell if it's because I'm dyslexic, but I legitimately can never. I just legitimately cannot tell. I do not have the ability to tell. My eyes don't track well in general, and I never know if it's just me or the fact that it's like a pattern. I struggle. My eyes don't track box patterns really well, which tends to be a dyslexia thing because I can't keep lines separate in sentences and books and stuff. It's great to know, life hack if you have dyslexia, especially if you have it mild. If you have it bad, you've probably already realized. But if you have it like even just mildly or just a splash of it, it's really interesting how it'll bleed into other things like reading music. You can be dyslexic reading music. It's horrible. I'll be like, I swore that was a C and it's an A, or vice versa, because the lines on the staff they just they just don't compute sometimes as much as you'd want them to or need them to. It's not really a want sometimes in orchestra, is it? Or symphony, what are you doing? Singing, playing, whatever. Ooh, oh! We're sideways. It doesn't bother me. I'm the person at the bookstore with their head permanently tilted sideways. Like this is how I read books when I'm like at the library. Like, so this is my shoulders, yeah. Well, actually, my shoulders are more like this. This is my torso. I'm like curved, right? And then my head's like that, these are my eyes, and I'm at the bookstore, and I'm a gremlin. That's how I look at books. It's like my head sideways. I'm like, what books do I want? Looking for books. I didn't get any books today. I'm sad. I went to a library that didn't. I was looking at all the art books and I wasn't. They were all like really old, how to watercolor or whatever, and I don't know. I wasn't really interested in that. I like to try to find like newer references on the graphic styles and stuff because I like to keep up with those. And then sometimes I'll grab like an older like architecture or something to draw out of, like the older watercolor ones. Like I've already taken 4 years of art. I know the basics. I don't need basics books. And a lot of times those watercolor books are like the basics of art theory and color theory and the basic textures, which we can all practice. It's good to be remembered to remind yourself to practice, but like it wasn't any external information, especially at this point. Like maybe later in life I'll go back to those books and be like, yeah, I need that. But right now, no, I don't. Oh yeah. I think sometimes it's a talent that I can't draw in a straight line. Ooh. Why did it get squiggly at the end? Okay. Angie Star. So let's actually draw that line on a different layer so we can get like a nice clean. Let's do it like. And then. Maybe it's just because it's thick. I feel like the zipper would stick out more. I don't know. My brain's confused. I don't understand. And then the zipper would stick. That sticks out from the zipper. Right. And then this line is extraneous. I'm okay with that. And then let's combine the two layers. Nope. But I like that part. Ayo! That's a line if I've ever seen one. Did. You know, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. That is what we call A-okay. I really like this. Oh. Like broad shoulder line. I think that really is fitting with the angular theme. I don't know why, but I just thought like this jacket style reminded me of Star Wars, but I think it actually reminds me of like Matt Pat, to be completely honest. It's like it's very, I think it's the shoulders. It's like the angular. It's very, I mean, it's a leather jacket. like, okay, Star flexing. Matt Pat's leather jacket looks like every other leather jacket. Like not every other. It's distinctive, obviously, if because you people can recognize it. But like leather jackets are bound to have similar traits and attributes. Like it wouldn't fall under the category of leather jacket if it didn't have those traits, right? One of which being leather. Let's be real. Okay. Who invented shoulders? I'm gonna take them out. Not really. That was a joke. Can't fight people who invented shoulders. That's not possible. Or maybe it is. This is gonna be difficult. Okay, we got this. We got this, guys. You know, it's a little slimmer than I wanted, but let's see if it works. I also wish I could have the ability to snap the rotation to 0. I don't know why, but that's such a startle. If there was an update to Clip Studio, I'd want that. Or maybe it exists and I'm just bad at it. So let's... Movie magic time. Well, it's not really movie magic, but don't think about that. And what we do is we put the pivot point up here. I used to not use pivot points at all when drawing, because I was a psycho. Like, this is a PSA for anyone who doesn't use pivot points. They are beautiful things. I love them. If your software has them, use them. They are so worth it. Oh my goodness, they're the best thing ever. I can't imagine not using one. Uh-oh, that's bad. Uh-oh. Yep. I selected a lot. That was in my bed. Okay. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. I'm in love. He's looking so good. Oh, I love this so much. Oh, wrong layer. I exist on the wrong layer. That's just how it is. I wonder if I should color this on stream too. I don't know if anyone would be emotionally attached to not seeing the coloring process, because I'm actually really loving this. I try to not follow the same shape, so I try to do the outer layer in the diamond, or if there is no outer layer, the body will end in a diamond. But I try to do like the inside shirt a different shape. So it kind of is separated. But you know what? That's fine too. It looks like his shirt's tucked in actually. Let's just continue it, maybe. Have we been listening to the same song on loop? Hang on. I know we don't have that much time left, but I'm gonna see if I can switch the music real quick. Yeah, we're gonna switch it to rock. I feel like we were listening to the same song for an hour. I am so sorry if that drove anyone crazy. I just don't have the ability to look. I know I play music. I am not self-aware when it comes to sound sometimes. Like sound physically pains me because I was born really early in life. But for some reason, like some people can't listen to like repetitive sounds or whatever. Couldn't be me. For some reason, my brain is like, yep, this is alright. Like, if I'm focused, I listen to Coconut Mall, the 10-hour version, sometimes to get stuff done. That's just how life is. And unfortunately, I'm not really self-aware about it. So, like, I'll be in the car listening to, like, one song, and everyone's like, hey, hey, Star? Hey, Star? can we change the channel? And I'm like, what? No, this is my Spotify. But yeah, I am that friend. I actually don't know if that's a trope or not. We stand predictable chords. So I actually want some of the stitching, right? So I imagine Tadek is a little rough and tumble, at least in their youth. So they would have had to fix up their jacket as life went on, right? Maybe they got into like a sword fight. That's not a normal thing. I like tend to imagine my characters in like a space universe, so maybe it was like a space fight through like a maybe like a junkyard or even just like a I don't know, like in space in combat with like another person. Like I like possibilities are endless, right? Maybe they like fell off like a motorcycle, or maybe he got into like a bar brawl. Sneaky lines, they won't go away. There we go. That's the only problem with these vector layers is sometimes lines don't behave when you erase them. I'm not living for those wrinkles. We might have to change those. Autosave. Autosave in chat. I think it's because I'm streaming, but my autosave function is taking a little bit longer than usual. I'm very thankful that it does that. I would not turn it off because I've been working on some big pieces. Like sometimes I'll sit down and draw all day and get one piece done in like 6 hours. That's pretty much my max attention span on any project, I feel like, is 6 hours. Unless I'm at school. And this autosave, I've had like a big storm roll through, and well, our power flickered. It does that. Our house is wired really weird, and I lost a lot of stuff. And I was like, no. But in the recovery files, there it was. It wasn't the most. It wasn't, it was missing some things, but I lost only like I don't know, like a half an hour worth of work. It was not as bad as it could have been, which would have been all of it. So I'm very happy about that. And I'm okay with that being wobbly. I think that gives character to that. I wonder if it would be more like stitched. Yeah. What are we listening to? It's kind of groovy. Same. It said I can't keep it this straight. Okay. I like that. I like the stitched. It looks nice that way. I also imagine we could do like a, and these organic, or air quotes, organic shapes are nice. Let's do some stitching on them. I imagine this was more of like a quick fix. Like he maybe didn't have supplies at the time when he stitched this. It kind of looks like a geometry problem, to be completely honest. But that's alright. Is that too cluttered? I don't think that's too cluttered. I wonder if the pattern would be color. That circle on the shirt might be a secondary decision. Oh yeah. Nope, that was a bad one. What's on? Wait, did I leave something on this line? Oh, the patches. We can add something else then. We can totally snipe that. There we go. It's good not to limit yourself. So that way, lines can continue and not look stiff around the edges. I'm a firm believer of give yourself space on a canvas. Sometimes you end up with like a lot of negative space, but oh, all right. But it's not the end of the world, to be completely honest. Okay. Oh, we did not do. Okay, I was like, wow, I think we're done. No, we're not. I mean, we're almost at time, but we're not done. Nah. Okay. I mean, it's not like I have anything or anywhere to do. I just feel like after an hour, my voice starts to get tired, and I want to go talk and hang out with my friends. You know? I love hanging out with you guys, but I also really love hanging out with my real life friends. Boundaries. Oh. Oh, he has tiny lips. Oh, that's an eraser. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, we're gonna do the hair on another layer because I feel like this is gonna be a mess in itself. Oh goodness. Today on Star can't decide how they draw hair. I might have to look at the original in my sketchbook. Give me a second. I keep my sketchbook next to me while I stream because I sometimes need to check things. Okay. Okay, it's really vague and unintentional in the original as well, but this is actually 2 strands of hair right here. So, let's get rid of... Oh! Goodbye! I can... We don't need the original. Who needs her? We can do this. I feel like people always joke like there's 2 types of artists. Artists who can draw hair and then artists who can draw eyes. I can draw eyes! If you cannot tell. Okay. And so then there's like a second piece there. Hey, that one's okay. You know, hair kind of looks like French fries, and I don't want to ruin it for anyone if like people disagree or think that's horrible, but that's they do. Okay, okay, okay. That's who let me. Okay, okay. No, we can save this. It was looking a little too flat. I like that. I like that. So then we've also got like some of like this like baby hair that just kind of like swoops around, does its own kind of thing. Yeah. And then we've maybe not. Okay. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Oh yeah. We call that hair. That's okay. Hair is just about getting the shapes you want in. Um, my friend Flick, they literally draw hair like very just expressively, you know? And, you know, I could do that. And it would probably be easier to do, but spiky hair pretty in simple terms. Okay. You know, that's okay. Ooh, that's pretty big though. So I think we would also have like a. Hmm. Oh. Mm. Mm. We'll just block in on that last little hair right there. And then we're done. We have like a minute left. And this is what we got done. This is what we got done. That's pretty good. Let me pause this music. Where's my music? Oh. Goodbye. So, this is what we got done in an hour. That's pretty awesome if we get rid of the sketch layer. I mean, I'm gonna tweak this. I'm gonna move the mouse and nose, probably the mouth and nose up a little bit, and get the hair, get the horns. I don't know if we'll do that on a stream. Maybe we should stream again, get some of that done, and then off stream I will start thinking about color palettes and stuff because I feel like that's a pretty boring process. So let's say goodbye to the VOD people. Uh, Goodbye VOD people. Oh no, I think oh no, I think I recorded the VOD on the wrong stream. Screen. Okay, well we'll see if that is salvageable. Goodbye VOD people. Goodbye.